dramatic drive for a motorist navigating the Coquihalla Highway Wednesday as a raging wildfire burns dangerously close. Good evening. Thanks very much for joining us. It's been more than 24 hours since the fast-growing Mine Creek wildfire suddenly forced the closure of the Coquihalla.
That fire did an abrupt U-turn on Wednesday afternoon, driven by powerful winds, catching drivers unaware with flames flaring on both sides of the busy highway. Taya Fast is live at the roadblock just outside of Hope. Taya, what's the latest on the highway?
Yeah, Sophie, we're standing just outside of Hope, quite a ways away from the wildfire, but this is as far as you can go up the Coquihalla. And normally this stretch of highway would be quite busy, but it is eerily quiet right now. We were supposed to hear from Drive BC earlier this afternoon, but there is still no word yet as to when the highway might reopen. The next update from Drive BC is expected to be at after 7 p.m.
Oh, hell.
A terrifying sight on the Coquihalla Wednesday afternoon.
Jesus Christ.
Over just a few minutes, huge flames flared on both sides of the highway, with drivers having to weave their way through smoke and fire.
As I got closer, I'm like, we're going through this. I didn't realize that it was right in our path. So, yeah, it was pretty scary.
The Mine Creek wildfire exploded overnight, nearly quadrupling in size after jumping the highway Wednesday afternoon, forcing a full closure of this critical route between Hope and Merritt.
This fire was discovered a few days ago. For the last few days, it has been burning up on the hillside and away from the highway, and we were seeing moderate fire behavior, but definitely nothing like what we saw yesterday.
The Coquihalla is a lifeline between the interior and the lower mainland. The closure forced drivers to detour hours out of the way.
Trying to head to Kamloops, but we stopped at Hope, so I guess we didn't see the signs beforehand.
We'll take the Fraser Canyon. That seems to be the only option right now.
Yeah.
It's a little slower, but that's okay. We have time.
The fire showing rank 5 conditions, meaning extremely vigorous fire activity before easing to ranks 2 and 3, but officials warn we're not out of the woods yet.
Weather conditions are not very favorable heading into the next couple of days. In the afternoon, we are expecting to see those higher temperatures accompanied with a little bit of wind.
Crews are working to secure the road and protect anything in the fire's path and hope to push the flames back up into the hills.
It's an evolving situation, so right now we have a unit crew and an initial attack crew, as well as multiple structure protection units that are on site and actioning this fire. Additional resources are en route.
For drivers who just made it through Wednesday afternoon, it's a trip they'll never forget.
There was nothing, and then all of a sudden it was right on top of us.
Pretty scary. All right. Taya, BC Wildfire was expecting conditions to worsen this afternoon. What are they saying about the situation now?
Yeah, BC Wildfire says the fire is still demonstrating rank 2 and 3 fire behavior. And as of Thursday morning, the fire was mapped at 1,900 hectares and still considered to be burning out of control. But BC Wildfire expects the fire to pick up later this evening as there's wind in the forecast. Back to you.
So I'm heading down the coast and I'm hoping that I'll make it there. Last night before I left, a massive wildfire broke out on the peak of the Coquihalla. So I'm really hoping that I can get through. There seems to be lots of traffic going either way. So far things are good. It does seem really smoky though.
You know, I always joke about, how dangerous the highway is and highway through hell. And I guess I've been lucky and I really haven't experienced much of that hell at all. Like, I've had some dangerous drives, but nothing to this extent. Coming down here, I knew about this wildfire, but really didn't consider it much because coming here, there was smoke and you could see the red smoke, but that was it. Like, it really wasn't much at all. And then while I was down here in the lower mainland, it just exploded and jumped over the highway, and that just created such a huge problem. Normally when this happens or when there's an accident in the Coquihalla, they send you down the alternate route, which is called the Fraser Canyon or Highway 3. But because of the large amount of traffic, it also was closed because of a huge accident. So even going through the town of Hope, you can see just the traffic, and everybody's just unsure, and everybody's filling up because they just don't know how long the day is going to be. Even the gas stations were starting to run out of fuel. So this was such a nervous trip. I'm so thankful for the support systems, both from Google and from Garmin, and then of course my family constantly texting me updates. But I fluff off the dangerous in this video because the highway I'm also going on, this alternate route, had another fire on it. So what a day.
I've never seen it this bad with wildfires. I've got the air closed on Grover, but it's hard to breathe. The sun is this bright red, evil looking thing. Apparently my alternate routes, one of them's already been closed because of an accident, so I've got another one which neither one of those I'd ever been on, so this is going to be an adventure. Hopefully I get home. That's that evil sun again. I'll keep you guys updated. I don't know what's going to happen. Life's always an adventure. True adventure. I've never been on this highway before. It's the only one open that I can get home with, so I don't know. I'm kind of at the mercy of the GPS, and I've got two GPS fighting here between Garmin, Apple, and Google. So I'm trying to find the best between all three, but you can see you can't even breathe. It's so bad. There's another fire on this highway, so I don't know if this will be closed. I don't know. Time will tell. I'm just following the GPS, and so far it is open, so wish me luck. This is going to be an adventure. I don't know. You can barely breathe. It's so thick. And I've got the vents shut off too, but oh my God.
You know, I'd really love to say I need a cameo for acting for this performance, but it was real. It was definitely real. And it's so weird how the camera just cuts through the smoke and makes it look like it's nothing. The traffic on the highway was brutal. It was back to back the whole way. And at one point we were stopped for an hour for construction, which kind of made me laugh because with this much traffic, I don't know why they just didn't let it flow, because it was backed up heavily both ways. And then people were starting to get frustrated. There was a little bit of road rage happening on the side of the road, and it just gets nasty.
It's such a bizarre thing, you know, like this is could be a beautiful highway, lots and lots and lots of curves, but then you get sections like this, just spectacular with the two mountains meeting in the middle. I've never been through this area, so this is all new to me, and nor do I plan to do it, so I'll update you guys as I go, but holy Jesus, beautiful. Well guys, I think I'm through the worst of it. I'm right outside of Princeton, and it's really starting to clear up. You don't realize how much Mother Nature is beautiful and dangerous all at the same time. This highway is stunning, and then there's areas that I couldn't see, breathe, or even think, because your brain is just so much smoke in it. So Just a quick one for you guys today. Sorry if it's boring or not, but I filmed my life, and this is my life trying to get back from injections in Vancouver and medical appointments, and Highway 3 was my only option today. So I'll update you if anything else happens, but thank you so much for supporting me, and we'll see you on the next one. And remember, take life one leg at a time. That's all we got. I'll see you again.